So, remember when I told you last time that I like Freaky Friday just fine? And, I'm not a diehard fan of it. Yeah. That still is the same. Says the person who wore this Freaky Friday shirt and got the popcorn cup and the soda bucket. Still, I still think that the first film's fine. Don't judge me. I can't resist a good popcorn cup and soda bucket. Okie-doke. Welcome back to another Gabriel Goes to the Theaters. What has it been? 2 months? Right? Since I did the last one? Because the last one was the Minecraft movie. So, yeah, I said in my, why is it looking so dark? Just me. I'm looking at my camera and it's like, it looks so dark from how this camera... Anyways, so, what the fuck was I just going to say? I did a review a while ago. I don't exactly know how many days. I did, what was it, Sunday? Yeah, I think it was Sunday. I reviewed, the first Freaky Friday movie. That was in, not first Freaky Friday movie. You would think I'm talking about the 1976 one. I'm talking about the 2003 Freaky Friday. I did that as my first time in a long time binge. I saw the first Freaky Friday movie a long time ago. For the first time I saw the first one, I saw it a long time ago. I want to say I saw it when I did, because I saw the first one when I had tonsil surgery, when I had my tonsils taken out. So, and at the hospital, when I had my tonsil surgery, they had so many films and had a portable DVD player at the hospital. And I remember very distinctively that Freaky Friday was one of those movies. If I liked it or not, I think I remember liking it. I think I do. And I've always been one of those people who I've liked Freaky Friday. I like the story. I think it's pretty fun. The story is really entertaining. I don't love it. I think, it's just another cliche movie about body swapping. It's not really that new or different, really. There's been so many body swap films, and it just goes in that category of cliched body swap films. If you know if you know how every body swap film goes, if you know the formula for body swap films, that's essentially what the first one was. And, I like the movie. I think the storyline's really fun. But I don't love it. Says the asshole with the Sherwood Production Freaky Friday shirt. But yeah, and I think, I love the film. I don't love it, but I understand why a lot of people do. I do know why a lot of people love the movie, and yeah. Yeah. Says the asshole who wears the Freaky Friday shirt and got this and this. But this is mainly because Disney just has cool fucking marketing. And that's what I hate about Disney. Well, sometimes they have cool marketing. Sometimes they just put their marketing in the crapper. But anyway. But they're... So, hold on. I'm trying to put my brain in processing. So, but yeah, I like the first film just fine, but I don't love it. I'm trying to think of what I was going to say, and I can't remember. Oh well. But yeah. So, anyways, I think someone was calling me, but I'll talk to them after I film this review. So, there's that. So, when it came in time for Freakier Friday, the sequel to the 03 one. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to pause and say this. So there's this 1976 one, there's the 2003 one, and then there's the 2018 one. And then now we get a sequel to the first reboot. We're gonna get a sequel to the 76 one. I mean, at this point, it makes sense. Sure, it's been 50 years, but for Disney, it's like, ooh, 50 years? Perfect timing. I don't even know if most of the actors are in that one are even alive. Oh well. So, but, yeah, and so I'm gonna say this. I heard that they were going to do a sequel. I thought it was just a whole bunch of rumors, and then I found out that it was actually in development, and it was going to be happening. I'm like, shit. Like, yes, I know we are in a slew of legacy sequels. That has been prominent recently. That has been prominent. And while I do think legacy sequels, they're cool and they're interesting, there are only some legacy sequels that just should not happen. Freaky Friday being one of them. What more can you do about a mother and a daughter swapping bodies? Like, seriously. That was where my brain went when I heard they were going to do this. I'm like, oh, fuck. They're actually going to go ahead and do this? Shit. And then I had remembered that a while back that Mark Harmon was in the first, and I completely forgot about that. And you know me, I love NCIS. I only know Mark Harmon for Gibbs. So I forgot Gibbs was in NCIS. And I if you saw my review for the first film, I think I said that I believe NCIS is in the same universe as Freaky Friday. Check out my review for the first film. You'll see what I mean by that. So my only thing was if Mark Harmon is coming back, I will see this. Only for Gibbs. Because I should have mentioned this when I did my review for the first movie. I really should have, and I never did. I do like Mark Harmon as an emotional actor. I think as an emotional actor, he is really good. Whether it be like shit in NCIS or Freaky Friday or Local Boys, another movie I'm gonna have to review at some point. He does emotional scenes really good. I should have talked about this in my review for the first film. What I love about and I think his character is one of my favorite characters in the first, because in the first film, he's that stepdad that is trying to fit into the family, and he's trying to have Anna like him for her own terms and whatnot. He's not trying to force Anna to be like, hey, I'm the new stepdad, like me, like me, like me. No. And I love Mark Harmon's performance in the first movie. He was exactly how I would imagine a stepfather being in this role in the first film. I should have mentioned that in the first film, and I didn't, and I'm pissed at myself I didn't. So I said, well, if we're gonna get more emotional scenes with him, I'm in. Then they said that he was gonna be in it, and then I saw advertisements for how fucking cool these popcorn cup and soda buckets were. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go see this fucking movie, aren't I? So, yeah. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about the plot for this movie because, yeah, big thing here though, I will be going into spoilers. Want to put that in right soon, from right into the get-go. I will be talking about spoilers. Spoilers will be happening in this review. If you want to see Freakier Friday, please go in theaters or wait till Disney Plus and when it hits, whatever, see Freakier Friday and then go back to this video. This will be spoiler. Okay. Good? Want to let you know that now. Okay. So this movie follows 22 years after the first movie. And Lindsay Lohan's character, Anna, and Jamie Lee Curtis' character, Tess, are, of course, back. Anna has a 15-year-old daughter, Harper, played by Julia Butters, and she is kind of pretty much raising Anna when pretty much raising another Anna from 15 years, when Anna was herself 15 years ago, or 22 years ago, sorry. When she was 15, she's raising an Anna now, when Anna was 15. Does that make any sense? I don't know. And Anna has fallen in love with this guy. I don't remember the character's name. But he is played by Manny Jacinto. Or Jacinto. I don't know. I've heard it being pronounced Jacinto and Jacinto. So I don't know. However you guys know how to pronounce it. I'm just going to go with Jacinto. So. But she is falling in love with this guy played by Manny Jacinto, who also has a daughter of his, 15-year-old daughter of his own, which is Lily, played by Sophia Hammonds. Both him and his daughter have moved from the UK after her mom died. So they move into the US, and Manny Jacinto and Anna, they fall in love, but Harper and Lily, they don't really get along very well. They really don't. So it's sort of this weird family dynamic of they're trying to be a perfect family. They're trying to be a loving family, but the daughter and stepdaughter aren't. They're always fighting. They're throwing food fights at the school. And it's not until they go to, I can't remember if it's Harper's birthday or Anna's birthday, but it's someone's birthday, and they go to the same Chinese restaurant from the first film. And there's this random psychic lady at the restaurant. And she does a psychic reading on all four of them. And she tells Anna and Tess that their lines in their palms, because she was doing palm readings, have intersected, a lesson that they would learn again. And what do you know? That's how they swap. is through a palm reading. The first film was, something that didn't age well. Asian voodoo magic placed on a fortune cookie. So I'm guessing they wanted to shy away from that because that didn't age well at all. So I guess the closest thing they have is a psychic. A psychic doing a reading. Okay. Sure. And she works at the Chinese restaurant for unexplained reasons. Actually, she has a lot of different jobs. She's a psychic. She works at that Chinese restaurant. She works at a Starbucks. So it's like, god damn, how many jobs does this lady have? But so in this time, Lindsay Lohan is swapping bodies with. So Anna is swapping bodies with her daughter Harper. And Tess is swapping bodies with her daughter, Lily. A lot of people have trouble with this movie because instead of the last film where it was 2 characters swapping, this time it's 4 characters swapping. A lot of people had problems with I'm trying to remember who they were. I didn't really have a problem with it. For me, it was really easy to know who's who, but it does take a second. It does take at least 2 seconds to be like, okay, that's Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, okay, that's Lindsay Lohan. Or, okay, that's his stepdaughter. It does take a few seconds, but it didn't really bother me at all. This movie is also getting criticized for some of the bad ADR. I did not notice bad ADR. But that's also probably just me having a fun time with this. Mark Harmon, I liked him in this. I think they had him more in this one than they did in the first one. But I don't know if that's mainly because this movie is 20 minutes longer than the first. So it could have been that. I think with Mark Harmon, where Mark Harmon does very well with the emotional scenes in the first one, he does very well with the comedic scenes in this one. There's a funny scene where Jamie Lee Curtis, which the stepdaughter is in Jamie Lee Curtis' body, and Jamie Lee Curtis and Mark Harmon are going to Walgreens. Second legacy sequel from Disney where we go to Walgreens. This and Hocus Pocus 2. So Jamie Lee Curtis and Mark Harmon go to a Walgreens, and Mark Harmon's like, I'll take whatever aisle he said, I can't remember, and you take the essentials. And Lily, who's in Jamie Lee Curtis' body, says, essentials? And she assumes that she has to take every single thing from the aisle. And she's like, this. And then Mark Harmon comes back to the aisle. And then he just pulls a tube of Fixodent out that she had. She's like, Fixodent? And Lily, who's in Jamie Lee Curtis' body, says, yes, that's a toothpaste for old people, isn't it? And Mark Harmon's just like, no, that's for when you lose your teeth. And then Jamie Lee Curtis just drops everything. Jamie Lee Curtis just drops everything on the floor. And she's like, I'm gonna lose my teeth? No. And then she just runs away. And Mark Harmon's just like, the hell? And I think Mark Harmon just does very well with the comedic scenes in this. And yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, they're obviously having fun with this movie. They're having, because Jamie Lee Curtis is now, at this point, both Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are teenagers in this one. You know, they're swapping bodies with the daughter and the soon-to-be stepdaughter. So, they're just having a ball of this. And it just shows, yeah, they're really having fun with this. And when I see that they're having fun with this, I'm kind of having fun with it. I'm like, god damn. And what's interesting is that this movie is 20 minutes longer than the first, and yet I don't feel it. I think it's like the same length as the first movie. It's just like, yes, this is a movie that really does not need to exist at all. But goddamn, I'm having fun with this. So it's so funny, and like the comedy too. There's one scene where I just died of laughter. They're going the plot of the film is literally with them four swapping. Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, as the daughters, are trying to figure out a way how to sabotage the wedding. So they're trying to sabotage the wedding from happening and try to prevent the wedding from happening. So yeah, it's pretty much the same plot as the first film. They're swapped. They have to find a way back before the wedding starts through the act of selfless love. They're trying to prevent but in this time they're trying to prevent the wedding from happening, even though they're trying to get back to their bodies before the wedding happens. So Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, who are the stepdaughters as them. One of the ways that they want to try and prevent the wedding from happening is to go back to Anna's first true love, which would be Jake. This time played again by Chad Michael Murray. I'm just gonna say it. I feel like you could take away Chad Michael Murray in these movies and you wouldn't miss a goddamn thing. He does nothing in these movies. And they advertised him, like, when they were advertising these things, they put him in the advertisements. I don't understand why. I don't know. Aside from Freaky Friday and a Medea Christmas, I don't know where else Chad Michael Murray is in. I don't know what else he's done. Aside from this and a Medea Christmas. So I don't know why they were advertising him like crazy when they were advertising these things. But that's besides the point. I think you could take him away from these movies, and you'd be fine, because he does not do a goddamn thing in these films. That's my opinion. But there's one scene where I bawled of laughter, and that was when the daughters, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, they wanted to go back to Anna's first love, which would be Chad Michael Murray. So they go to a record store that he owns. And Jamie Lee Curtis is hiding, and she's looking at vinyl. Well, she pretends to be looking at vinyls, but she's trying to hide her face. And Anna's just there, and Lily's trying to so Lily is trying to tell Harper, as her mom, some advice on how to try and get him to notice her. And it's just how and like she's trying to tell her, bite your lip, now wink, now wave your hair. But Harper definitely does not know how to find a way. Harper definitely does not know how to do all that, because she looks like she's having like a seizure or a stroke. She's like, ugh. I'm like, okay, that scene actually made me laugh. And then you do get some returning characters. The brother is in this, but for maybe just a short bit. He wasn't in the trailers. I just thought he wasn't coming back, but he is back in this. He's just only in it for a short amount of time. And then you have Mr. Bates, Anna's teacher from the first one. He's back in this. He's now the detention teacher. I think he served more of a purpose in the first film. You could cut him out in this one. It'd be fine. I think you could just have had the detention teacher from the first film, and you could be fine. Yes, you need the detention scenes, but I think you could just really just bring back the detention teacher from the first film. That's my opinion. But yeah, and then you also get the two the mom and daughter who runs the Chinese restaurant from the first one. They're back in this one again. Again, also just for a short period of time. But like, yeah, it's following the basic, legacy sequel rules. You have to do this. You have to do that. But like, it also, like, it doesn't really matter, really, to me, because I'm just already having such a fun time with it. But yeah, the sequel really does not need to exist. I think you can cut it out, not miss a thing. But like, god damn it, I had such a fun time with this. Such a goddamn fun time with this. But yeah. I also want to bring a little note. I think we're gonna get bloopers back. I think we're gonna get bloopers back at the end of credits. This movie did it, and I wasn't expecting it to. For those of you who don't know, the first movie did not have bloopers for credits, but this one did, and I was actually kind of happy. I think we're gonna get bloopers for the credits again, and I would love that. I would love it. Who knows? Maybe it's not gonna happen. But I saw that there's bloopers while the credits was rolling. I'm like, wow, are we actually gonna bring that back now? I would love it if we did that again. They were so fun. Like, bloopers are honestly the best things about movies. They're my favorite parts about the Rush Hour trilogy. Films that I love near and dear to my heart. Those films have such funny bloopers with the credits. So, but it makes me wonder why they put bloopers in this one, and then because the first film didn't have bloopers for the credits, so it was weird that they decided to do that for this one. I don't know. Well, but yeah, but I'm trying to think what else I could add. It's like, what I appreciate about this movie too is that this movie could have just been like a Home Alone 2 or a Ghostbusters 2. You know, this movie could have just followed the same beats and followed the same patterns. But it didn't. You know? And I like the scenes, and like, it yes, it's the same plot to an extent. To an extent, it is the same plot. You're pretty much getting the same plot as the first film. But they do it so differently that it's hard to notice. One of my favorite scenes in this movie was when, of course, yes, Pink Slip does come back in this one. You'll see Pink Slip in this film. And there's a part in this extra storyline in this movie where Anna is helping out a new singer. Her name is Ella something. And she's having her own world tour, and she wants Pink Slip to be like a featuring. And at the very ending, so there's this song that, for most of the movie, Harper thinks, because there's a song that Anna wrote, that most of the movie, Harper thinks that Anna wrote about Chad Michael Murray's character, Jake. But it wasn't. It wasn't. It was actually about Harper. And at the very ending, when we go to the Pink Slip concert, Harper, which Anna's in her body, and Anna, which Harper is on her body, they actually, both of them, play guitar and sing the song that Anna had wrote about Harper, that Harper thought it was about Jake. And that scene was just beautiful. That was an amazing emotional moment. Another amazing emotional moment was the scene where Lily and Tess, again in each other's bodies, were talking about, because Lily had lost her mom, and she didn't know what to do. And Tess said, Anna lost her dad the same age you lost your mom. And I always thought, what would Anna's dad think if I had married Ryan? And I would like to think that he would be happy that I found love again. And that's what I think your mom would feel too. And then Lily hugs her. That was such an emotional, impacting moment. This movie, just like the first film, knows how to handle emotional moments. And I love it. I will admit that scene with Lily and Tess almost made me cry. But yeah, this movie works. And I wasn't expecting it to. Again, this movie could have just done a Home Alone 2 effect or a Ghostbusters 2 effect. And just be the same damn thing all over again. But it didn't. It didn't. That's what I love about this movie. I love this movie. I really thought it was going to go in here guns a-blazing. Oh, Freakiest Friday shouldn't have a fucking sequel. This is... No. Pew, 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 pew. But this actually worked. Yes, this movie should exist. There's no way this movie should have been made. But god damn it, I had such a good time with this. I really did. This was such a fun movie. This really was. And like, even if I had, I can't remember what things I didn't like about this, but like, if I did, they were just completely erased because of how good of a time I had with this. But yeah. But, you know, yeah, I had a fun time with this movie. It should not exist. This movie should not have been made. I don't care. I had a fun time with it. As to if I think this movie's gonna make money, I don't know. I went there day one at a 7 o'clock showing, and the theater, and the showing I went to was like half and half. The top row seats were packed, but the bottom row seats were pretty much empty. So I don't know how well this movie is going to do and this weekend. I don't know. And they had like a buttload of these at the showing I went to, which was the third showing of day one. So like, I don't know. It's hard to say that I think this movie, because I don't know if I don't know. I was thinking this movie was, at first I was thinking, oh, this movie's gonna make a buttload of money. But now I'm like, I don't know. The showing I went to was like half full, half empty. The top row seats were packed, but the bottom row seats were like bare. So I don't know. And it's hard to gauge this shit anymore because I'm like, Brad Jones said in his midnight screenings review with Doug Walker on Jurassic World Rebirth, saying, and like, I didn't go to Megan 2.0. I haven't even seen the first fucking Megan movie. But like, he thought Megan 2 was going to do very well. Hell, I thought it was going to do very well too. I mean, come on, it's fucking Megan 2.0. And then it fucking bombed. So I'm like, oh. So, I want to say this is going to do well. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to do. I guess we'll just have to wait and see when the box office results come in tomorrow. I don't know. But have you seen Freakier Friday? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Or was it meh? Or did it just piss you off for some reason? But yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions, and I'll see you guys next time.